What's up, guys? Shad Juice here, back with another What's Sold on eBay video. This is going to be my second installment of this. I picked 20 things I've sold on eBay recently. Definitely this time I'm going to get to show some of the stuff I've sold in that $1,700 lot I picked up. But actually a lot of them aren't even listed anymore because it's past the time or whatever in my list. So I'll definitely show you a few of those and show you some other stuff I sold. So let's get to it. Right here we got a Game Boy Micro. I got this in a lot with a 3DS. I think I paid like 75. No, it was 60 for that and a 3DS. I sold the 3DS for I think 75 bucks with a couple games, so I got my money back. And this Micro was a pain in the ass. It wouldn't. He didn't have a charger, so I ordered a charger, and it wouldn't even hold a charge or even start the charge. So I was like, well, the next thing's a battery. So I spent like 15 bucks on a battery and a charger, and it still wouldn't work right. So I said, screw it, I'm selling it for parts. And I got $55 for parts for not working. So I definitely made a little money, even though I had to buy a battery and a charger. So at least it worked out. Here's one of the games from that big lot. It's Pokemon Yellow. It's complete with all the paperwork and inserts and stuff and manual. I got $69.97 plus shipping on that one. Definitely a good sale. I wish I could show you like every sale, but like I said, they're not on my list anymore. But next up, we got a vintage Shakespeare fishing reel, fly fishing, which I'm not a fly fisherman, so I could care less about this. It went out for I sold it for $12.34. Actually, the guy had contacted me and asked if I had another one because it got stolen from where he lived at, which was really crappy. I mean, I felt bad, but there was nothing I could do, and it was the only one I had. I think that's the second time since I've been selling that somebody's package got stolen. It was what was the other one? Can't remember what it was. It was like a game system and some games, man. It was like, oh, it was a PS Vita. He spent a couple $100 on it. I felt really bad about that, but I mean, he said, "Yeah, man, it's not your fault. I just want to let you know what was going on. I appreciate you letting me know." But yeah, it really sucked, man. That's happened a couple times. Has that ever happened to you guys? Where somebody messaged you said they got their stuff stolen? I mean, it shows that it was delivered, so there's really nothing come back on me. But there's a crappy feeling knowing that your customer didn't get their stuff. And there's thieves in this world. That's for damn sure. Here's another sale from that big lot. We got Final Fantasy II for Super Nintendo. I had the map. Box was kind of rough, as you can see right there. It wasn't great condition. I still got 70 bucks for it, plus shipping, which ain't bad at all. Here's some more of them G.I. Joe parts. Sold these for $23.72. Free shipping. Hopefully I can sell some. I might just like take the rest of the parts and make one big lot. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on how much time I want to spend on it. Next up, we got two more Game Boy games from that lot. We got Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2. Both complete in the box. This one had extra inserts, the other one didn't. Ended up selling for $80 with $7.25 shipping. I actually seen somebody sell both of these for $125. I tried, but it just didn't happen. So, still happy to get $80 for both of them. It's a pretty good deal. 40 bucks a piece. Can't beat that. Here's a thing. May have watched a few other people sell this stuff. These back massagers and stuff. They look creepy, but they make money, man. There's a lot of people out there with back pain or whatever else they want to do with it. I make sure I clean it real good. some alcohol wipes and stuff and wipe it down. But these sell really good. It just depends on the brand. This was a Panasonic Panabrator Reach Easy. It's the first time I've seen that one, but it sold pretty quick for 45 bucks. It was like the second or third one I've sold for these things, but there's good money out there if you find decent ones. Usually the ones with like multiple different speeds and stuff seem to work better or more money. That's another old Hot Wheel that I looked up that I had. Like I said, a Ferrari. Decent Ferrari cars like this and stuff from some years back or so ago, because I think Hot Wheels lost the rights to sell Ferrari stuff, so they're definitely going up in value. So if you have any old like Ferrari Hot Wheels in the package, you might want to look them up. You never know. But this one got $40, free shipping. This Drill Doctor here, I got this at a thrift store for $2. I tested it out in the store and it seemed to be working. It had all its pieces. Actually had a VHS tape, all the paperwork and stuff. Sold fairly quick for $35, so $2 into 35 is pretty good. Here's something to look out for. You remember back in the day, these were like so popular, and the market was flooded with these. Everybody probably bought one of these at one point or got it for a gift. But these actually sell pretty good. This is like the third one I've sold. I had one with a box where the mouth didn't work. Like the mouth didn't point out. Like the tail, the fin, and the mouth usually like will come away from the backboard or whatever. But this one worked good. Got 20 bucks for it. If you got the box, you can get a little more money. There's a couple variations. There's a catfish one. There's one that's just all bones. So be on the lookout for them, man. They do sell. But, check the battery compartment and make sure that's not corroded and stuff. I got, this was in a lot or something I got. But yeah, got $35 for this free shipping. Like Nintendo 64 stuff usually always sells. If you're not like crazy priced with it, it might take a little while longer. But I was like, I'm gonna try to get the most money I can for these 64 games, and there's a few of them. But this one I got 35 bucks for. I think Mario Kart I got 39 bucks for, which is a little high on the higher end nowadays. I said eBay is flooded with Chinese repros, man. Flooded with it. Here's another Hot Wheel. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and this guy was selling like damn near 200 Hot Wheels. And it said $200 firm, which if you see that word firm, just throw an offer out anyway. Sometimes we'll just like screw it. Nobody else has sent me a message or anything. So I noticed this car. This is a rare the 83 Silverado is a highly collectible car in the Hot Wheel game. And this one's hard to find. So I listed that for $150. Then I had two other ones. They were probably about $30 cars. So this guy messaged me. He was interested in all three of them. So we ended up making a bundle deal. I cut him a deal for it was $185 shipped. So this was like basically knocked us down to 110, and the other cars, one was 40, one was 30. So he was really happy. He left me good feedback. He was happy with the packaging and everything. So that lot I got off the Facebook Marketplace, ended up paying $150 for it. He wanted $200. I said, hey, if you're not able to sell that for $200, I got an offer of $150. And he messaged me back and he was like, well, when can you meet? I said, hey, I can meet now. So I made some other sales from that lot. I'll probably show them sooner or later, but it's definitely a good deal. I kept a few things I like too, and I still got a whole tub of stuff I don't know what to do with. A lot of them are just like commons, but we'll get rid of them somehow. This is another thing to look out for is like perfume. Like this bottle of perfume is like half full, right? I still got $18.99 for it. So people buy used perfume. So be on the lookout for that. Who would have thought, like, I think this was $2 at the thrift store. It's like Dolce & Gabbana, that's a good brand. And so I'll take a chance on it and see what happens. I listed it. It's sold within a couple days, so pretty good. This is probably the second bike seat I've sold. This one was brand new at the thrift store, St. Vincent de Paul. I think I paid $8 for it. I've seen comps going for about $40, so I listed it for $34.99. It is a woman's seat, as you can see right there. It's either, it's a woman's seat there. $34.99. I'll take it. This toner, man, I had it listed. I think I started off at 90, and gradually through the month I lowered it. Got all the way down to 50. No bites. It timed out for the 30 days. Relisted it for the 50. Sold within like a minute. I hate when stuff goes like that. I probably could have got at least $20 more for it. But I paid $3 a piece for those at the thrift. So ink is always a good thing to look for, as long as it's sealed ink. Even expired ink. People buy expired ink. So $50 for that was a good deal. There's another Game Boy game from that lot. I actually got $54.99 for this Batman game. Wouldn't think it would have went for that much, but there's some serious Game Boy collectors out there. So, now a lot of them games I sold, I sent the protective case on there. I know that probably helps sell them too, because people like, to have their stuff protected, and they don't want to have to go out and buy their own. So that was definitely a good sale. I'd say after $1,700, I've at least made $1,300, $1,400 back plus. It's been a while since I calculated, but I damn near made all my money back, and I kept a ton of stuff. So here's a TI-84 Plus graphing calculator. I got this at St. Vincent de Paul for $1. I found it on a shelf, and then I found a TI-83, and then neither one of them had a price on it, so I took it up to the register. And the girl was looking at them. I said, they didn't have a price on them, so I don't know how much they are. And she asked another girl, how much are calculators? And she said, usually $1. And then she started saying, well, if they're scientific calculators that they use in school. And the girl at the register was kind of didn't even pay attention to that part. So she rang these up $1 a piece. This one worked good. Did have some like writing inside the case or whatever. No big deal. I cleaned it up. Got $50 plus shipping. And the TI-83 didn't work. It's just like it'll come on, but the whole screen just like pops up black. So what I usually do is I wait till I get a couple of them, and I like ones that don't work, and I'll sell them in a lot or whatever. But yeah, you can sell it separate and make a few bucks, but don't overpay for these, especially if you can't test them. I mean, if it's a more expensive model, maybe, but I wouldn't pay like big money on these unless you could test them, because I bought a lot of them that don't work. So this is a camera bundle that I got at a yard sale over the summer. I thought it was probably gonna be worth more. I think I ended up paying $30 for it. It's got the camera and some lenses and a bunch of other stuff you can use. I'm not too big into the cameras, like knowledge or whatever, but there's definitely a lot of money in cameras if you get the right stuff. But I ended up getting $60 finally. It got down like the last half hour. I think it was listed at $69.99. I dropped to $10, and somebody bought it instantly because I had a few watchers, so finally got rid of it. It was a pain to pack all that stuff, definitely. But I packed it pretty good. This is a funny story. I was looking for some boxes in the dumpster. I do that sometimes just to get some odd shaped boxes or whatever. Maybe find some big bubble wrap. And I guess GNC shares this dumpster with like GameStop and somebody else. And I found these were in a box, but I just threw the box away. It was a little wet, but these were in the dumpster. This is Ultra Blend Natural Prostate Health capsules, brand new. It expired last month, which not very long ago. So some of these are going for $70. Since it was expired, I lowered mine, and they've sold the same day. So look at that, $50 out the dumpster. You can't beat that, man. And what I bought with that $50 was this new webcam. So this video probably does look a little better than the last one. I got me a 1080p webcam. So pretty good. And last here, nothing too crazy, but it's old media, man. Old media sells, especially sealed stuff. This was an old Fujifilm floppy disk. I caught them at St. Vincent de Paul. They put this one out and two other ones, which I got listed right now, but they haven't sold yet. And they had somebody had cut the barcodes out of them back in the day. Probably were worth some points or something. I don't know. But this one sold the same day for $20 plus shipping. So I paid $9 for 3 of them, so I got my money back. I got the other 2 listed for like $65, I think, together. There's some watchers on it. We'll see if it sells. But that's it for this edition, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe learned some other stuff to sell. And let me know in the comments what you thought of any cool things you learned, or just if you like these videos or not. I'm going to keep doing them as long as you guys like them. So thanks for watching. Peace.